guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sademccoolbiz here, and we're back again. Naija Living episode 2. And episode 2, we're going to be talking about the electricity supply in Nigeria. Yes, we are. It's a very important topic amongst all the other topics that I'm going to talk about, but let's just get right into it. Little quick backstory for all of you that jumped episode 1 and just came straight to episode 2. Naija Living Series is a series about living in Nigeria. I relocated from the UK in 2014 and I'm here 2020, and I'm giving you guys everything, all the experience, all the information, all the education and all the knowledge that I have learned being in Nigeria so far. So let's get into it. For all of you who don't already know, the electricity supply in Nigeria is not constant. Nigeria does not have 24-hour light or 24-hour electricity supply. I don't want to say it used to be public, but I know that it's private now. It's been privatized, so it's run by a private company. In the area I live in, it's run by Ikeja Electric. I know there's Echo Electric and all different kinds of private companies now that have taken over the electricity supply. It used to be NEPA, now it's Ikeja Electric. I'm just going to talk about Ikeja Electric because I don't know about Echo, but I know that all of them, none of them is 24-hour supply. Okay, so what do we do here in Nigeria when the electricity goes off? If you love light, like I do, you will need to buy a generator or an inverter or a solar panel, power bank. No, I'm joking, take out the power bank one. A generator to generate lights for you when there's no electricity supply. And then when the electricity supply comes back, you can then turn off your generator and switch back to the electricity supply. So when I first moved to Nigeria in 2014, I would say the electricity supply was poor. 5 or 6 hours a day would be electricity supply, and the remaining time would be the generator. Now it's difficult because you don't know when they're gonna switch the light off. Now I'm talking about 2014, and I'm gonna progress with it as I'm going with it. So you don't know what time they're going to switch off the light, you don't know how long they're going to switch it off for, and you don't know when they're going to bring it back. Now imagine living in that kind of scenario. Like they just take the light whenever, bring it back whenever. The light can be off for anything between 10 minutes to 10 hours. Or maybe even longer than that. Sometimes you won't even have light for over 24 hours. You'll be using your generator. Now generators are either fueled with petrol or fueled with diesel. Wait, fueled? Isn't fuel petrol? You can either use petrol for your generator or you could use diesel. Not all, it depends on the generator. Some generators are petrol, some generators are diesel. Don't go and pour diesel into a petrol generator and then come and start calling my name. If you have a lot of air conditioning units, large appliances, big freezer, big fridge, yada, 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 then you would need a generator that can power all of that, or at least power that and maybe using 1 or 2 air conditionings at once. But basically, yeah, if you'd like more information on how to use generators and what they power and all of that, just head on over to google.co.uk or google.com.ng and type in different type of generators. Anyway, this video is starting to turn into a generator adverts. Let me move back to what I'm trying to talk about. Electricity supply. So when there's no electricity, you put on your gen for however long, you don't know. You just until whenever they bring back light. Sometimes they bring it within an hour. Anything between an hour and 2 to 24 hours to 48, because there is a time that we didn't have light for 2 days. I'm trying to think of the longest time we went without light. I think it was 3 days there was no light. So over the years, I don't think I can say, oh yeah, there's been major improvements and, you know, we get like this. No, there has been a major improvement, but I'm going to explain how and why. So 2019, last year, Ikeja Electric, which is the private company that distributes light to households within certain areas, they came up with this premium service. Premium service, you get 18 to 24 hours electricity per day, and but you have to pay premium. You have to pay double what you pay. So it's just the same like in London. You're either on pay monthly, where you get your bill at the end of the month, or you're on pay as you go, where you top up your electricity and or gas meter. So we're on pay as you go. So they are now saying the amount of units you would get for, let's say, 10,000 naira or £20 is now the amount of units you would get for 5,000 naira or £10. So you would be paying double what you usually pay to get the amount of units that you usually use. So if you're topping up 2,000 naira every 2 days, you're now topping up 4,000 naira every 2 days. So we didn't have a choice. Literally, I just woke up one day and I noticed that they weren't taking the light wasn't switching off. Is it Christmas? What's going on? And then, but I noticed our units were running very quickly. So I called the company and they said, oh, you know, you're on a premium service now. And so I said to the lady, did we have a choice? And she was just like, no. No choice. You're on the premium service as long as you live within this area. You're now on the premium service. You get 18 to 24 hours of light, but you pay double. So that's what we're on now. And since then, it has been 18 to 24 hours of light per day. They do still take the light, but now they will try to send out a message to everyone, or we have a planned maintenance between this time and that time. So there's not going to be any light. So, you know, basically get prepared to use your gems throughout that time so that we can, you know, do our maintenance, whatever. And then they bring back the light once they're finished with their maintenance. So with this premium service, a lot of people don't know this. I'm about to put you guys on because somebody put me on. Shout out to my G J. I'm just gonna call him J because I don't want to say his name. You know, I don't want him to get in trouble. But that's my G. He put me on. So with this premium service, so to everyone that is living in Nigeria and you are part of this premium service, you live in an area where they've introduced the premium service, there is something called an SLA. Service level agreements. And what is inside this agreement? Let me tell you. You cannot be without light for more than 3 hours. If you are without light, if you're on the premium service and you are without light for more than 3 hours, you can report Ikeja Electric or Echo Electric or whoever is giving you electricity to the NERC. Who are the NERC? I will tell you, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. That is NERC. So you can report your electricity company to NERC for breaching the service level agreement, you know, that you have. You can also Google the service level agreement if you don't have it to see what your electricity company is supposed to be giving to you. So someone put me on, I'm gonna put you guys on too. The reason why I'm putting you guys on is because I noticed, like me personally, when private companies took over, you know, the electricity in Nigeria, me, along with, I'm sure millions of Nigerians thought that the electricity supply will be a lot better in Nigeria. You know, it's taken over by private companies, you know, people can understand that the level of electricity is just not it. So it didn't get better. It didn't. I feel like private companies are taking advantage of the way, you know, the government and the justice system are in the country. So it's like, I'm going to take the light, even though you're on the premium service, I'm going to take the light for more than 3 hours, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. So even if you have a fault, if something is wrong with your meter or something like that, and you're on a premium service, they have to attend to you within 24 hours and fix your issue within, I think it's 1 week, because there was a time when we had an issue with our breaker and they didn't fix it for 3 weeks, and it was just it just became a whole issue. But anyway, I feel like they take advantage, because they see that a lot of Nigerians they like to complain, but they don't like to do something about it. So me, whenever there is no light for more than 3 hours, hello, Kitron Electric, why don't I have light? What's going on? I call them all the time. I don't care, because I know that I'm paying for this service, so give me this service. And every time they always tell me, oh, you know, I'm the only one that's called to complain that there is no light, because people in Nigeria are so used to just nothing being done. They feel like their voices won't be heard. They feel like even if they complain, nothing's going to happen. They don't bother. But I bother, and you should bother too. So anyway, my advice, I'm going to be giving a little bit of advice after every video. My advice to Nigerian companies, electricity companies, you know, do better. Don't use the status of the government and the status of the justice system to maltreat Nigerians. Give them light when you're supposed to give them light. Fix their meters when the meters are supposed to be fixed. Stop leaving people without light. Even people who are not on the premium service, do something to make the electricity supply a lot better than it is. And I pray that one day, Nigeria not having light 24 hours a day becomes a thing of the past. Because I mean, I don't know if we're the only country in Africa that doesn't have light 24 hours a day. I think that if you ask me why doesn't Nigeria have light 24 hours a day, I don't know what to tell you. I think it's a political issue. Yes, that is all I have for you guys on the electricity supply. So if you intend to move to Nigeria, just prepare your mind. Prepare your mind, and just know that when you come here, electricity supply is not 24 hours in it. So just be where there is a generator, or make sure you organize a generator for yourself. I will see you guys in my next video. All right.